You are listening to a MetalExpressRadio.com interview. Enjoy.
Joining me here on Metal Express Radio, Anvil's Steve Lipskudlow. Steve, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on your new album, Pounding the Pavement, your 17th studio album. What's your thoughts on metal and how it's progressed over the 40 years you've been playing music?
It's more dispersed. Metal music at the beginning was much more unified. It was a bunch of things at once, but then it all fragmented, and that's what I mean. It dispersed and spread out, and it's very, very, very fragmented. There's so many different forms of it, to the point that it doesn't. When you say heavy metal, what does it mean? It means different things to different people. So, that's the thing about it. That's how I see it today.
Oh, I completely agree with you on what's considered heavy metal these days is completely diversified. But there's a really big resurgence of old school heavy metal, which I'm really glad to see.
I think that there's somewhat of a nostalgia that's going on, but I think that there's also the consciousness that the old guard or the guys that originated this music are all dying, and it's time to appreciate it. I think that there's a great aspect. I mean, the death of Lemmy, I think, marked certainly the beginning of that. The death of Eddie Clark this morning, another original member of Motorhead. The writing's on the wall, man.
No, you're right, man. The writing is on the wall. But I think, when you look back at great bands like Motorhead, it was not only their music, but their approach to music and writing, and I think that made them successful in the industry.
No, I think it's a combination. It's a combination of understanding what you need to do, as well as luck. because you get lucky. I do the same thing every time. I do the best I can every fucking time. Okay, that's my work ethic. The best I can do at any given time. That's what I do. And I have my identity in which I write and the way I write, and I am as stubborn as the day is long. So I'm not going to be changing anytime soon. So the approach is more in tradition to the good old way. And I think that the closer that we come to doing it in the good old ways, the better. And what I mean by the good old ways, it's let it naturally culminate. Let it just appear by itself. Don't pre-ignite it. Don't pre-think it. Don't, just do it. And don't think about it. Just do it. Let the subconscious free and let the stuff out. And don't get tangled. I don't know how to explain it. And other than it's when you're not thinking is the best work. Metal on Metal was written in 10 minutes. And you play a riff and you go, yeah, I like it. Okay. Everybody starts playing. Okay, this is the verse. This is the chorus. Okay. The words are going to be, yeah, Rob goes, yeah. Every time you start, you say Metal on Metal. Yeah. And Metal on Metal, Metal on Metal. And I go, yeah, right on. Okay. In 10 minutes, the lyrics all appear. You start singing and playing it, and the song's together in 10 minutes. The whole thing comes together in seconds because you didn't take time to, well, we're going to do this, that, the other, and it's the spontaneity. Spontaneity is the best you could be. It always is. It's the moments of creativity are what it's all about. And part of what I do is I bring that essence into the studio. So when I go into the studio, I've got all my music completely planned out. The musical aspect of the basic fundamental tracks. I know exactly how the song structure that I'm going to build the layers on. I go in with that completely prepared. Everything else, I do it as it needs it. Nothing is pre-planned. I come in with the basic fundamental lyrics written to the timing of the piece of music, but there are no notes or inflections whatsoever done yet. I leave that creativity up to the moment that I go and do it. So my guitar solos are done right there. They're not pre-planned, and all the vocals are done right there, and they're not pre-planned. They're adjusted until they're correct. And I create them in the studio. And then after I get out of the studio, I come back into rehearsal like I am right now and put my singing on top of my guitar playing and connect the two. Because they've never been done at the same time. And I create the live version of the song I just recorded. And it's a version. It's not the same thing because I'm dropping out in the song to play lead guitar solos, and I'm also singing and playing the rhythm sections at the same time. So sometimes those rhythm sections can be slightly different because I have to adjust them because I'm singing. So they become their own version. They are facsimiles of the recorded song. They're not played and done the same way because in the recording I get to do it all separately, and in live I'm doing it all as I'm one person. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do follow you. And, listening to the new album, Pounding the Pavement, as well as the previous album, to me really seems to bring the essence of Anvil live.
Well, actually, the biggest hurdle that we've had as a band is we haven't, only until really recently, I would say that really the last couple albums more so than in a long time, it's the closest that we've come to capture the energy that we have live. And part of that is the tones. Like this new album, it's astounding because it sounds like my Fender Twin is in your living room. Unbelievable guitar tones. Just wow.
Lips, we talked earlier about doing things the old school metal way. Do you think using today's social media is important for up and coming bands?
Yeah, well, there was no way. See, that's the only advantage for a band today is the social media and pledge campaigns. It's the one-on-one. It's the easy hookup stuff that is what's making it possible for music to exist at all. It's meet and greets. It's not music. The music is an advertisement for people to come to your shows and to buy your merchandise. That's what your music is. For everybody. You need to advertise. You need to write music. It's just like, how do you know whether to buy from Burger King or McDonald's or Coca-Cola or anything that we buy? By the marketing, by the sale of the product. So how do you know about that product? It's advertised. So how do you advertise music? Playing live, doing a demonstration, being a vacuum cleaner salesman. That's how you do it. You go, you throw your dirt on the rug, you vacuum it up, you go, look at my machine, look what it can do. You want to buy it? So I go to the gig, I just fucking give it all. I sweat all over their floor. I'm fucking give it everything I got. I stand by the merch table. You want to buy my CD? I mean, that's pounding the pavement, my friend. That's pounding the pavement, and that's precisely the idea that I'm conveying. That's what music is today. But that commodity is not necessarily the music. It's the T-shirt. It's the button. It's the patch. It's the brand name being spread. And people own your music for free, but they can walk around with a billboard on their chest. For the next person to come in and buy one for themselves. And that's what it turns into. And everybody shows off with the T-shirt from their experience seeing the band, which tells all the other fans, hey man, I'm cooler than you because I was there and you weren't. These are the essences of ultimately what it's turned into. Bands are faced with having to sell T-shirts. T-shirts sales are better than the CDs, obviously. And these are the reasons why. Because you get to advertise to all your friends, look what I got that you haven't. The CD, you take that home. No one knows that you got it. You got to tell them. But with a T-shirt, you are telling them. And it boasts your attitude. T-shirts boast attitude. By the band logo, by people seeing that logo, it has those kind of significance to people, and these are the aspects of bands, and it becomes religious almost. This is the band I believe in, and you wear that T-shirt. That's what the rock world is. That's what it's turned into. If you follow my jest, the music becomes the stuff that we kind of take for granted because you can own it for free. Most people don't even bother buying music anymore because they just create their song list on YouTube and listen to whatever the hell they feel like. You don't have to buy anything or collect it or make it take up room in your little apartments that we're getting forced into because things are getting so expensive because everybody needs the space. You know, I'm just saying the realities of humans today. It's easier to keep either in your hard drive or just go to YouTube or go to Spotify. And those are not money making aspects for any band.